It's round 12 of the 2021 NTT IndyCar Series. This is the Big Machine Spike Coolers Grand Prix at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway on a beautiful afternoon. All right, so Pato O'Ward in the Arrow McLaren SP Chevy said it's time for me to crank up my championship hopes. Well, he starts on the pole position, no better spot, but he's got Will Power right alongside. And then Romain Grosjean and Christian Lundgaard. What's the youngster there in that yellow and red MyJack car? He's never done a rolling start before. His first IndyCar start. Let's go here at the Brickyard.
Everybody tucks in line up front. Now they start thinking about making their moves. Will Power in that black car looks outside. Grosjean in the purple car up the inside.
Great work, Pato O'Ward.
BK made a move up the outside. He switched from the inside lane to the outside. They all get through the first corner clean.
Colton Herta in that yellow and black Gainbridge Honda. He's racing, goes up the inside of Palou. There's VK in the Sonax, the white and red and black car.
VK was side by side with his teammate Connor Daly, airborne further back. I believe that was Scotty McLaughlin. Look towards the back, that white and pink car of Scott McLaughlin. Gonna go full send. I mean, that's a proper double. He lands the backside of that chicane curve.
Really took Jimmy Johnson with him right there. Check this out, watch.
On board with Johnson.
Watch the front wing here. Whoa, wow.
Lucky for Daly to make it through the first corner. Last time we were here in May, he had a great qualifying result in 6th, taken out, I believe, by Pagenaud in the first corner as Newgarden goes off with Chilton.
Yeah, Newgarden has been having issues from the green flag. He got passed by a couple cars. Here's his teammate right now. Going to try to get him on the front straightaway. Dirty tires for Newgarden. Now he blocks to the inside. He's going to force his teammate to go to the outside here.
You saw it in nonstop. Pato O'Ward, the leader, pitting, taking off the red tires, putting on the primary tires. I think they wanted to run a little bit longer, but really wasn't turning the lap time. Now this is about a Will Power on the alternate tires. Can he take the lead from Pato O'Ward?
He's going to send it right here, Lee. Looking down the inside. Here he comes.
Look out. Power to the lead. Awesome move from the Verizon Chevy driver. Now, can the youngster respond is the question.
Cold tires, hot tires, nice little battle here.
Graham closing down, 3 back.
Connor Daly in the US Air Force Chevrolet for Ed Carpenter Racing, lining up a move here on Pagenaud to turn 7.
Oh, locks up a little bit. Oh, big time.
Keep turning, keep those tires rolling too. That's a straight line. That's a kid that knows this track like the back of his hand. He knows the fastest way between 2 points is a straight line. Let's see if he can hold off Lundgaard. Lundgaard, as Daly has grass all over his tires.
Benefactor of all of that was Graham Rahal, got by the both of them in that move.
Colton Herta and Pato O'Ward
for second place. So the guy who's on the move is Colton Herta right now.
These two were teammates at Andretti Autosport back in Indy Lights days. And they are 2 examples of the changing guard in IndyCar in 2021. 5 of the top 10 in the championship points have joined this series in the last 2 or 3 years.
Youth movement in full force. Let's take a replay look at this textbook move from Colton Herta.
Surprising Pato didn't really fight him that hard. He just might have realized he's on reds, I'm on blacks, and I'm just going to have to wait till later on in this run to come back.
Well, and I think that the way Pato had to pit a little early on reds almost suggested that he burned those tires off a little too quickly. That's been an issue we've seen with O'Ward earlier this season.
This early strategy, Townsend, by Dixon is not panning out. Everybody covered him. He's still mired down in 17th, and the points has taken the hit. The 5 now has overtaken Dixon in the points right as they sit right now.
Watch this. Rinus VK on the left, Joseph Newgarden on the right. Oh, same corner as before, where Chilton and Newgarden got together.
How many times is Newgarden going to just leave that room?
Little hip
Not
check.
very much there. They didn't quite touch, but Newgarden just absolutely thinking big picture, keeping his car in one piece. He got contact last weekend in his hometown in Nashville on the opening laps with Graham Rahal. You get another look there side by side with VK. So Newgarden at this point just trying to do damage control. 32 seconds back of his teammate Will Power hoping maybe for a yellow to mix things up.
No respect from these young guns.
A pretty enthralling situation unfold here, Marty. On lap 47, Power had a 9.5 second lead. It has come down now on lap 55, almost 4 full seconds.
Look at that. I mean, a 4-second drop, and Will Power not happy. They asked him a moment ago, how's the car? He said, really good when we're in clean air, meaning taking the shot at James Hinchcliffe. Not happy with him, who's obviously slowed down Will Power to try and help out his teammate right there. Colton Herta, his Andretti Autosport teammate, and he has done it. He has slowed Will Power down. Power cannot get around the 29. This is going to be interesting with one stop left that's coming up in about 5 or 6 laps or so, 29 laps to go, and Power, who looked dominant, has a lead that is shrinking every lap.
Rinus VK for Ed Carpenter Racing and the Sonax Chevy.
This is big for Will Power. These would have been the cars that he would have had to deal with. They're pitting at the same time.
That's the
as we
position.
see Rossi get around Award. That's a huge move right before the last pit stop.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Hold on to it, Pato.
Pato's tires again are gone. The rears are gone. Now he's losing positions. He just, here he comes. He's coming to the pits. Those tires are done.
Take it away, Marty. Power's in.
Yep, and here it is. They're coming a little bit
nice and
earlier
easy here.
than maybe they could have come, but they're coming just to make sure they aren't behind James Hinchcliffe any longer.
One,
It is going
on
to
your mark.
be used tires for Will Power, and oddly enough, who pulls in right in front of him? James Hinchcliffe. He's going to primary tires for him. A quick stop by the Penske bunch.
Oh.
Now he races off pit road.
And now he stalled
Power
it.
loses time here on pit road as well.
And Hinch got out in front of Will Power, so
Coming
Hinch
out
is
in
still on the
second.
lead lap.
Sorry.
Hinch nearly
I
stalled
copy that.
it.
Just have to make sure it works with Hinch here.
I think it went into anti-stall mode for a second, and
Oh,
Hinch has
no.
beat him out. Now he's got to deal with him on the outlap. But here, we got to watch and see what Herta does now.
And look how close Grosjean is to Power. It is on. Power, Herta, Grosjean, Palou, and let's not discount Alexander Rossi.
Wait a second,
Whoa,
Lee.
look out. Palou's got problems, and the championship leader is
Uh-oh,
out.
the motor's gone. Either a turbo or the motor's blown up. This is catastrophic for the points.
We had just said that his lead had blown out
Caution.
to 50 points.
Caution is out.
Got a little fire at the back on the left side.
Palou
Fire.
is out, but so is the yellow
Fire
flag.
button.
This is
Press
going
the
to
fire
stack
button.
up for a restart now.
Small fire in the back of the car, so that indicates that the window and the block has been opened. So either a rod has kicked out the side of that thing and it's caused a small fire in the back, but this is huge.
Okay, enter the story, Alexander Rossi. Re-enter the story, Pato O'Ward. And Scott Dixon, after starting 26th, is up to 13th. This is what happened to the championship leader.
Just under acceleration, just kaboom. Look, just puffs of smoke, and then the fire starts in the back underneath the bodywork.
As a driver, you're desperately looking at the controls. He might not see the smoke yet in his mirror, and now he'll hear from the spotter about the flames at the back of the car. And this is just horrible luck for the 10 car. And remember, they had the 6th grid position penalty at Nashville because of an early engine change. Does this put Palou in more jeopardy down the stretch? You can see the frustration and surprise there, Marty. They can't believe it on the 10 team. 15 left, Lee.
Will Power, Colton Herta, Romain Grosjean, Alexander Rossi, Pato O'Ward. Who do you like? Who's going to be the best out into turn 1? And Power's trying to escape. Off goes Will.
That was a really early restart, 2 corners before, so he didn't want to wait Townsend to the front straightaway and get drafted. But Grosjean now looking at the back of Herta. Will he pop out? Herta blocks. Oh, big move on the brakes by Grosjean. What a pass.
Oh, but he locked up. He got a little wide. That might give Colton Herta a chance to cross back over. I thought Grosjean was going to fire it straight off onto the grass, but he didn't.
Hey, maybe this might be Romain Grosjean's chance to rewrite history, so to speak. Remember, he got passed right at the end of the race by Rinus VK? Maybe he's going to do that to Will Power here today.
Used tires for Herta, stickers at the start for Grosjean, and I think that's going to pay dividends here in the last 15 laps.
Meanwhile, Ericsson there in the red, white Husky Chocolates car puts a move on Connor Daly as teammates Pagano and Newgarden also duking it out. But Grosjean has one significant problem. He might be fast behind the wheel, but he's used all of his push to pass, and with 14 laps to go, Power is in the strongest position of the field. With the most seconds remaining, this is going to be close. O'Ward and Rossi.
These guys tangled last week and ended up in the tire barrier, and the team just told Pato, take it easy and get to the end of this race.
You're within 19 points of the championship lead. Pato O'Ward up against the wall. Rossi squeezing him. Inside, the pole sitter gets that position back.
Little bit of a lockup from O'Ward, but he makes it work up the inside, holding on to fourth position. Rossi coming right back.
Oh, he's going to be on the push to pass now. This isn't over. Oh, sideways in the fast chicane.
Speaking of podium, right now Colton Herta sitting in that final podium position, and what a recovery after Nashville last week with a dominant car sitting in third right now. And look at that, the 21 car sitting dead in the water, Lee.
Caution's
so caution
out
on the track. We're going to have another restart.
Another restart. Will Power has to see those rear view mirrors.
I get to restart it here.
VK's been sending it up the inside all day long. He's backwards over in turn 7, Paul.
Yeah, it looks
and
like
I just wonder if maybe it's been one send too much. Let's see.
Well, he's coming down. He got
going to be
chrome
McLaughlin.
horn. McLaughlin gave him the horn right there, so lucky escape there for Castroneves to go to the grass. So
this will almost certainly be under review by IndyCar. There you see on board with Rosenquist looking out the back. There goes McLaughlin.
And yes, this incident is under review officially by race control.
for some reason, that number 3 gives a lot of chrome horns. It's stock cars and in Indy cars.
Well, and that's probably the last thing that teammate Will Power wanted to see was a caution.
So Team Penske went the first 9 races without a win, and then Newgarden won at Mid-Ohio. Power wants to get this win for the captain at the place that he now owns. Ready to go. It'll be 6 laps when they cross the yard of bricks.
Green, green.
Here we go. Green, green. Power leads the field.
Paul, no games from Will Power, just an early attempt at the restart. He's mastered it once again, opens up a gap on Grosjean, taking away any shot going into 1.
Yeah, he went way early. He wanted to make sure that there was no opportunity for Grosjean to get a draft off of him. On the next lap, he'll have available push to pass. But there, Scott Dixon mired all day in the middle of the field.
Yeah, Dixon went to blacks on his last stop, and it just hasn't worked out. Meanwhile, penalty is issued for the number 3 car of Scott McLaughlin. And Newgarden at this point cannot afford to give up more points. He's got to be careful he doesn't put himself in a position for a review by race control. Just 2 laps to go. Newgarden needs those 8th place points.
He's made up the most positions. There's the captain, Roger Penske, with the cap on.
What an amazing weekend that Roger Penske has put together for motorsports here at Indianapolis, merging IndyCar and NASCAR together for the first time ever. This is a magical weekend.
And that was his right-hand man, Bud Decker, with him, head of the Penske Corporation.
And in the back, son, Greg Penske, and I believe that might have been a 3rd-generation Penske watching as well. That is from the top of the pagoda. We're on the 9th floor. They're about 30 feet above us. The best seat in the house.
Paul, you said it with 1 to go. Here's the white flag. You said it at the top of the show. The France family and Roger Penske, Penske Entertainment, came together to make this happen. NASCAR, IndyCar on the same track, on the same weekend. How good would that be for the captain to see one of his guys drive to the checkered flag?
Oh, and it's so awesome. We're all under the same umbrella with NBC, with sports cars, NASCAR, IndyCar. What an amazing weekend.
It's going to be great. You're watching Liz Power. It's like she's watching her husband take his first win, potentially, of his career.
Not his 40th.
Not his 40th, but how therapeutic will this be for the driver of the Verizon 5G car? So frustrated most of the year. He's 10th in the championship, 9th as he runs right now. Lee, he's almost there.
And look, he'll be the 9th different winner this year in the NTT IndyCar Series. Turn 12, cruise through to turn 13. One more corner to go. It has been a long time, too long. It was here last year in the Harvest Grand Prix where Will Power won. Power, there's nobody better on this track in an IndyCar. Will Power wins.
Hey, man, way to go. There you go, boys. Finally, finally. I owe it to you guys because you have been such a good crew and I have not been putting it together. A way to bring that trophy back to Roger's house. But I appreciate everything you guys have done this year and top best crew, man. Thank you.